Hi everyone, today I have a resistance band loop superset workout for you. I posted a workout using this very similar structure several years ago, and it's one of the most popular workouts on my YouTube channel, so I figured it was time to make another one. For this workout, all you're gonna need is a resistance band loop. You can totally do the whole thing with one. I have two on hand though, because this one has a little bit bigger range of motion, so I like to use that for the second superset. Up to you though. This workout is broken up into 3 supersets. For each superset, I'm going to give you 2 exercises. You perform them back to back for 30 seconds apiece. So 30 seconds number 1, 30 seconds number 2. You rest for 10 seconds and then you repeat. In the first 2 supersets, we're going to be isolating right and then left. So we'll do 3 sets on the right, then 3 sets on the left. The final superset, both legs are working equally the whole time. So we are just going to do that 4 times. I'll give you a full 60 seconds to recover in between supersets, and while you're recovering, I will show you a preview of the following 2 exercises. So what to expect from this workout? It's going to get gradually harder, okay? So the first superset, not so bad. Second one, little harder. Third one, super sweaty, super challenging. The majority of this workout is low impact, which means no jumping. The exception to that is when we get to that third and final superset. Very easy to make both of those exercises low impact as well though, so you could get through the whole thing without jumping once. As with all workouts, you want to make sure you're properly warmed up beforehand and always listen to your body, modifying or stopping as needed. I have a couple warm-ups on my channel as well as a guided cool down, which I've linked to below in the description. If you're new to my channel, I don't play music in the background because I want you to be able to listen to whatever you like. So if you want to get a playlist or a podcast or a TV show queued up, go ahead and do that. With all that said though, I'm going to give you a preview of the first 2 exercises and we will get to it. So you're going to mirror me. The first 3 sets we're going to be isolating our right glutes. So you're going to lay down on your left side, and I want you to lay all the way down. You can rest your head on your arm. You're going to bend your knees and bring your knees forward a little bit. You're going to stack one on top of the other. Make sure hips are stacked and you're not rolling open. We're going to press our heels together as we open up this top leg, squeezing your bum. So gentle knit of your ribs in towards your midline, almost as if you could lift your waist off the floor. And we're going to open up, squeezing that right butt cheek and then closing down. So I want you to think of initiating the movement with the glute squeeze. So squeeze your butt, dig your heels together, then the leg rotates open as a result. So don't think of pushing your knee up. Think of squeezing your butt cheek and pushing the heels together. So it does not have to be a big range of motion. I do the lift open on the exhale, and I want you to do the same. As you exhale, going into that single leg glute bridge, right heel down, leg lift on your side, drive through the lift up. So as you lift this up, you're creating that upward movement by driving your right heel into the floor and making a fist with that right butt cheek. It's easy in this one for your lower back to kind of take over. So I need that engagement front abdominals to prevent any hyperextension through the low back and to keep the work glutes. So come back to the side. Again, we're going to do 3 sets just on the right side. So same side. Heels press together, squeeze that right butt cheek lower down. I want you to add a little pause at the top this round. And lower. Heels dig in, squeeze the butt cheek, open up, and lower. Now as you do this, make sure your hips are staying stacked. So the hips aren't moving, your femur is just rotating in that hip socket. Flip over, single leg glute bridge, arms down by your side. Drive the right heel into the floor as you lift your hips up. Give me a little pulse at the top and then lower down. Just adding in a little pulse at the top, lower down. Drive the heel to the ground. Ten seconds to rest. We're going to go through that one more time. Same deal as the second set. I want you to add that pause at the top. Squeeze the heels together, squeeze the right butt cheek to lift. So again, don't even think about the knee. Don't think of pushing up through the knee. We're thinking of squeezing the seats and rotating open. Doesn't have to be a huge lift. Press the heels together as you do this pause at the top. Check in on your core. So again, it's that little lift of the waist off of the floor just to get the engagement through the obliques. Flip over. All right, 30 seconds, single leg bridge. Up, and now we're gonna hold at the top this round. Just give me a little pulse. 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 Down an inch, up an inch. Now try to keep your hips level to the ceiling as you do this. So I don't want your left hip to drop lower than the right. Squeeze, squeeze. Almost done with this right side. Okay, and rest. Just seconds, flip to your other side. We're gonna do left side. You are mirroring me. Lay all the way down. Squeeze the right seat, left seat, and lower down. Exhale, press the heels together and lower. So again, I want you to do the lift on the exhale so that you get that abdominal engagement. And don't think of pushing with the knee. Think, press the heels together, make a fist with that left butt cheek, and that creates the movement open. Single leg glute bridge. Left heel drives down, and you're gonna lift to the top and lower all the way to the bottom. Exhale, lift, lower down. Think of creating the lift by driving the heel down, hips lift up, squeeze the seat. Not adding in that pulse this round. Okay, 10 seconds to rest. Gonna do 2 more sets just like that. So the goal of this first superset, activate those glutes, get your butt feeling it. Let's go. So in this position, and add that little hold at the top, by the way, squeeze, hold. In this position, you wanna make sure your shoulders and hips are in one stacked line. So it can be helpful to kind of line your back up with the back of your mat. You also want to make sure you're maintaining neutral spine, so there is that natural curve to the low back. So we're not tucking the pelvis under. We're also not tilting it forward. Pause at the top. All right, single leg glute bridge. Left heel down, drive up, give me that little pulse at the top. Then lower all the way down. Down an inch, up an inch, lower all the way down. Squeeze into the left seat, down an inch, up, lower. Ten seconds to rest. All right, final set. Same deal, we'll add that little pause at the top of each clamshell. Open up, pause at the top, and lower. Check in on your hips. Make sure you're not rolling open. So the hips stay stacked. It's that slight rotation in the hip socket. Make sure your heels are pressing into each other. That's going to make a big difference. And don't hold your breath like I just did. Last time through, we're going to hold at the top, and it's 1 inch up, 1 inch down. So you're driving that left heel into the floor, making a fist with that left butt cheek as you press up, lower an inch. Arms are long by your side. Think of gently knitting the ribs in towards your midline, drawing up through the pelvic floor so we keep that core engagement. I don't want your low back doing all the work on this. It should be the glutes. And done. Okay, rest while I show you a preview of our next superset. It'll be standing and in tabletop. So in this one, we're going to kind of build off of that lateral rotation that we were doing in the clamshell. We're going to be open through the hip joint like that this whole time. So I have the resistance band around the ankle of one foot and the ball of the foot on the other. We're going to start isolating your right leg, okay? So it's around your left ankle, the ball of your right foot. Left foot is going to be planted on the ground, and we're going to find a semi-lunge position. And then with our right leg, we are going to out-turn it, squeezing into the right seat. Have the heel lifted, so we're just going to be on the ball of the foot. You're going to hold this semi-lunge position the whole time on the left as you step back. Give me a straight leg kick up, keeping the leg out-turned, and step it back in. Back, little lift, step it in. Back, up, in. Never lose tension on the resistance band, so notice I'm not stepping in all the way. Weight is staying in my front left heel. Coming up next, we'll keep this right leg out-turned. Just come to tabletop. Left forearm down, right hand, crunch the right knee in towards your shoulder, kick it back straight, one straight leg pulse. So it's in, crunch it back, one pulse. Your core needs to be active on this, so gently knit your ribs together towards the midline. Knee crunches in, press it back, little lift. Just like we did on the first superset, we're going to isolate this side 3 times. 10 seconds to rest, make your way up to standing. All right, same deal. Left foot planted, out turn through the right leg, find your semi-lunge position. Let's go. So while it is the right leg that we are focused on keeping out-turned the whole time, this is both legs working in different ways, okay? You will feel your left side glutes as well. So don't feel like you're doing something wrong if you feel left leg and right. Onto the ground, stagger that tabletop, open up the hip, crunch the right knee in, straight back, one little lift. Now I don't want you leaning into your opposite left side, so don't let your left hip dump back. I want you to think of making a fist with your left butt cheek to, as best you can, keep the left hip stacked over your left knee. So you should really feel your left side glutes working here. Right too, but that supporting side, working. All right, hop back up, last time this side. Left foot floor, spiral tight open through that right leg, semi-lunge. Now when you do the kick up, I don't want you to dump into your low back, so you need to think draw the navel in towards the spine so that you're maintaining a neutral spine as you do that. That way the lift is coming from your seat and the hamstrings, not your low back. Notice I'm hinging forward, shoulders are stacked over that front knee. Down to the ground, left forearm down, right hand. Squeeze that left butt cheek, pop your hips open. One open crunch in and back, one straight leg pulse. Notice where are your right toes pointing. They should be pointing to the side, not the floor. Whew, okay, going right to the other side. I'm going to give you 20 seconds to rest here just because it's going to take a second for you to flip the band. So the band is going to be around your, doing it wrong, right ankle and the ball of your left foot. Okay, so right foot planted on the floor. Open up through that left thigh. Find your semi-lunge position, keeping weight in that front right heel. Keeping the left leg out turned, step it back, little kick, step it in halfway. Remember, core engagement. Second side is going to be harder, okay, because we already burnt out our supporting side. And this is really both legs working. Keep that left leg out turned the whole time, even during the little kick. It's a tight spiral open. All right, make your way to the floor. Right forearm down, left hand down. You're in this staggered open tabletop. Crunch the knee in, straight leg kicks up. So yes, it's the right leg moving, but what is your left side seat doing? I need you to make a fist with that left butt cheek. Don't dump into the hip. Keep them popped open. Okay, 10 seconds. Start at the top. Right foot forward. Spiral that left thigh open, squeezing into the seat. Semi-lunge position. Step back, kick up, and in. Stay light on this foot, so you just tap it to the floor, bring it in. We're building up this burn through the front right leg with this isometric hold. Sorry, Pickles is just snoozing through this. I know you guys like it when she's rambunctious running around. Way easier for me though when she just does this. Oh, make your way down to the floor. Staggered tabletop, pop the hip open. Let's go. Crunch in, back, straight leg. Little tip if the resistance band is kind of coming off your bottom foot. Notice how I'm tucking my toes under and pressing the ball of the foot into the floor. That just makes it so it can't slide off. Stay strong through your core, so think of lifting the right waist up. Okay, one more time through. Okay, I know the right leg's doing, or sorry, the left leg's doing the moving, but hopefully you're really feeling your right leg, the challenge on this. Last time through these, so let's check on alignment. Knee stacked over heel, shoulders pitched over knee, hips are down and back. Don't worry about how high off the floor you're getting the leg when you do that little kick up, because again, we're trying to maintain a neutral spine. So there's a natural curve to the low back, but we're not dumping into it. Last time. Pop open, knee crunches in, back, lift up. Make sure you have that tight spiral open of your left thigh, so your toes are pointing towards the wall, not the floor. Last couple. Oh, there we go. Okay, rest while I show you our final superset. We will add in some jumping, so this is going to be the most challenging one. But if you're doing great with the low impact, there are options to not jump for the next two exercises, okay? Okay, this final superset is the sweatiest, but it is also the shortest. We are only going to go through it 4 times because we're not isolating legs. Okay, so we have the resistance band loop a couple inches above our knees. First exercise, we're going to do 2 low squat hops forward, and then we will duck walk back. But if you want to take out the jumps, you could just duck walk forward and back. Either way, we're going to try to stay pretty low throughout the whole exercise. Let's go. So find that low squat, hop, hop, and then staying low, duck walk it back, keeping tension on that resistance band loop. 2 hops forward, the length of your mat, little duck walk back, staying low. So you need to think of pushing out on the resistance band the whole time. We're not collapsing into the arches of our feet. Okay, so now we have a jump squat and then 2 lateral steps. Jump squat, 2 lateral steps. If you're taking out jumping, you would just stand and sit back down, okay? 2 low steps, jump or stand. I was gonna say something and forgot. Shake it out, but only for 10 seconds. This one is going to be tough, okay? Get low, 2 hops forward, walk it back. Hop, hop, walk it back. So in this low position, butt and hips are down and back. We have a big hinge forward with our torso. We're not rounding through the upper body though. So think of staying broad across your collarbones. Okay, right into the next one. 2 side steps, make them big, or as big as your resistance band allows. 1 jump squat. I don't need to keep pointing, you can see. Oh, 10 seconds. Halfway there. Let's go. I feel bad. I usually film these workouts when my downstairs neighbors are at work, but everyone in the country is working from home right now, so I'm sorry. Okay, right into it. I want the jump to be explosive, okay? Get some air. If that means you're doing fewer reps, that's fine. One more time. Last minute of our workout. 60 seconds, that's it, we got this. If it's getting to be too much with the hops, I just want you walking forward and back, staying low, okay? Okay, final 30, we can do it. Oh, done. Awesome job. Hope you enjoyed that workout. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I post new workouts here every Monday. I will see you next week.